I often find myself marveling at the unlikely success story of our species, Homo sapiens. Like, how did we go from tree-dwelling primates to, building rockets and creating artificial intelligence? It's a question that boggles the mind. It's a journey that spans millions of years, and it's absolutely mind-blowing when you really think about it. So buckle up, because we're about to take a whirlwind tour through the dazzling rise of Homo sapiens, from underdog to apex predator. Let's talk about our distant ancestors, shall we? It's around 65 million years ago and the dinosaurs have just checked out. Enter our earliest primate relatives. Small, furry creatures with forward-facing eyes and grasping hands, living in a world full of new opportunities. These little guys were the OGs of primate evolution, and they had some pretty nifty adaptations that set the stage for everything to come. Now you might be wondering, what made these early primates so special? Well, for starters, they had better depth perception thanks to those forward-facing eyes, which was crucial for navigating their arboreal homes. And those grasping hands? Perfect for navigating tree branches and eventually using tools. But the real kicker came much later when our lineage split from other primates, setting the stage for the rise of the genus Homo, a pivotal moment in our evolutionary history. Fast forward a few million years and we've got some new players on the scene. Enter Homo habilis, often called handyman because, well, they were pretty handy with tools. They marked a significant leap in our technological capabilities, but wait, there's more. Next up is Homo erectus, who really took things to the next level. These guys were the first to leave Africa and spread across Eurasia, showcasing an incredible adaptability. They mastered fire, created more advanced tools, and even built shelters. Talk about home improvement. Their innovations were game changers. Homo erectus stuck around for nearly 2 million years, which is a pretty impressive run if you ask me. Their longevity speaks volumes about their success. Now let's chat about everyone's favorite prehistoric cousins, the Neanderthals. These guys were the sturdy, cold-adapted hominins who called Europe and parts of Asia home for hundreds of thousands of years, enduring some of the harshest climates. And contrary to popular belief, they weren't the brutish cavemen we often imagine. Neanderthals were actually pretty sophisticated with a rich culture and advanced skills. They made complex tools, created art, and even buried their dead with rituals. And get this, modern humans outside of Africa have a small percentage of Neanderthal DNA. That's right, we got cozy with our cousins. Our shared history is more intertwined than we once thought. But despite their adaptations and smarts, Neanderthals eventually went extinct around 40,000 years ago, leaving Homo sapiens as the last Homo standing. Our journey was far from over, but we had already come so far. So, what about us? Homo sapiens first appeared in Africa around 300,000 years ago, but we didn't stay put for long. Our journey was just beginning. Starting about 70,000 years ago, our ancestors began a globe-trotting adventure that would eventually lead to humans inhabiting nearly every corner of the planet. This was no small feat. And let me tell you, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park. Our species had to adapt to all sorts of environments, from scorching deserts to freezing tundras. Each new challenge made us stronger. We developed different skin colors, body shapes, and even physiological adaptations to high altitudes. These changes were crucial for our survival. And through it all, we kept innovating. We created specialized tools, figured out how to make clothes, and learned to harness fire, and even started expressing ourselves through art. Cave paintings, anyone? These early forms of expression were the beginnings of culture. Now, this is where things get really interesting. Around 70,000 years ago, something extraordinary happened. Scientists call it the cognitive revolution, but I like to think of it as the mind explosion. Our brains were evolving in remarkable ways. Suddenly, Homo sapiens started showing signs of abstract thinking, planning for the future, and most importantly, complex language. This was a game changer. But why is language such a big deal? Well, it allowed us to cooperate on a whole new level. We could share information, coordinate hunts, and strategize like never before. And even gossip. Never underestimate the power of gossip in building social bonds. These social interactions were key to our development. This ability to work together in large groups gave us a major advantage over other species. It's like we unlocked a cheat code for survival and dominance. Our collective intelligence was our greatest asset. Fast forward to about 12,000 years ago, and we've got another game changer, the agricultural revolution. Some clever folks figured out they could plant seeds and grow their own food instead of just foraging. This was revolutionary. And let me tell you, this was huge, like civilization enabling huge. It changed everything. Farming allowed us to settle down, build permanent settlements, and produce more food than we needed. This surplus was a game changer. This surplus led to population growth, specialization of labor, and the development of new technologies. Societies began to flourish. But it wasn't all sunshine and domesticated roses. Agriculture also brought new diseases, social inequality, and a less varied diet. Still, it set the stage for the next big leap in human history. The pros and cons were significant. With agriculture came the rise of cities, and boy did things start to get complicated. We're talking about the emergence of complex social structures, governments, and written language. Civilization was taking shape. Suddenly humans were building massive monuments, creating intricate trade networks, and establishing bustling markets, and inventing new forms of art and culture. Written language allowed us to record history and share knowledge across generations. And that brings us to the modern era, where the pace of change has gone from "wow, that's pretty fast" to "holy cow, I can't keep up." The speed at which we innovate and adapt is truly mind-boggling. In just a few centuries, we've gone from horse-drawn carriages to space travel, from smoke signals to instant global communication. It's a leap that would have been unimaginable to our ancestors. Our technological progress has been nothing short of astounding. We've built machines that can think, and we've even started exploring other planets. But with great power comes great responsibility, right? As the dominant species on this planet, we're facing some pretty big challenges. Climate change, resource depletion, and potential pandemics are just a few of the hurdles we need to overcome. These issues require our immediate attention and collective action. The cool thing is, our greatest strength has always been our ability to cooperate and innovate. When we come together, we can achieve remarkable things. So, what's next for Homo sapiens? Well, that's up to us. We've come an incredibly long way from our primate ancestors, overcoming countless obstacles and achieving things that would have seemed like magic to our early ancestors. The future is in our hands. But our journey isn't over. In fact, it's just beginning. I encourage you to keep learning about our shared history and the challenges we face. Knowledge is power, and it can drive us to make better decisions. Get involved in local initiatives, support scientific research, or even just start conversations about these big issues. Every bit of effort counts. Remember, every small action counts. Together we can use our big brains, our capacity for cooperation, and our incredible creativity to tackle the challenges ahead and shape a better future for all of us. After all, that's what got us here in the first place. Let's continue to build on that legacy. What do you think is the most incredible moment in human history? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about human evolution, subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories about history and the human journey. Let's explore it together. Thanks for watching.